Okay, reka tubasuhuze tunizera ko mumeze neza. Hari abo twari turi kumwe mu part 1 in the morning, so we hope that you both are doing good, and if you missed our previous session, please don't be discouraged because you can continue with others. So let's move. Okay, reka tubasuhuze
The next
tunizera ko mumeze neza.
I'm sorry for those
Hari abo
sounds.
twari turi kumwe mu
Very sorry for
part
those
1.
sounds. So in the morning we have been through Excel formulas and some functions. So it was good. I appreciated your feedback. So now we are going to move on to other important tips in Excel. So hope that you are there live, and make sure that if you have a comment, you have a question, you go to comment, then you write it there. I can see your comment, then I reply to your comment. So let's begin. In front you can see the Excel sheet, a blank Excel sheet, which we've been using and which I want to use as well. So we are going to see different things about data presentation, about how you can present your data in the sophisticated way. So ndagira ngo rero dukoreshe iyi sheet ya Excel tugira ibindi bindi twiga byiyongera ku byo twari twize n'ubundi mu masaha ya mu gitondo. Ntekereza ko uko Excel igaragara buri wese ashobora kuyibona, nagerageje kuyibegereza. Hanyuma muri Excel ntabwo ndi busubire inyuma cyane, ariko twakunze kuvuga kuri utu du cells twatwise ngo ni cell cyangwa uduka bitewe n'uko ushaka kutwita nta kibazo. Izi cells zigenda zigira properties zitandukanye bitewe na input, bitewe n'icyo wowe ushaka gushyiramo. Either it can be a text, it can be a number, it can be a date, it can be currency or whatever. So how do we manage the Excel table? There are some people who think that they are good at managing Excel tables, but surely managing Excel tables is something not very easy as we may think, but it is something which you need to learn every day. So in Excel, we all know that we have different ways to draw a table. So you can come here. So don't think I'm showing you how to draw a table or I'm teaching you how to draw a table, because I have an intention. I have something to show you when we are drawing tables. So you can highlight or select how many columns do you need, how many rows you need. So you can have a table which looks like this, for example. Then you come here to these borders. So you can have thicker outer borders. You see the out borders, they are bold. Borders z'inyuma urabona ko ni umukara cyane par rapport n'utu tw'imbere. So iyo ugiye hariya kuri borders rero ushobora guhitamo boards ushaka gukoresha izo arizo zose. So let's say for example that you want to have like a text there. So we are writing reliable, sorry. So instead of writing this reliable in full, I can go to this file, to file. So I go to options. So going to options, can go to proofing. Are we together? You go to proofing. So you go to autocorrect. So then you can, here you have a table which says replace with. So reliable immense company is leak. I can replace it with reliable immense company such that if I write leak and I press enter, I get the full word. So then we click OK, click OK. If I click like leak like this, then back the space, I get reliable immense company without writing it in full. So once again, let me repeat this. If you want to have an abbreviation, but because the abbreviation simplifies the full meaning of something, of the name or another thing. So if the full name is too long, but you want to write like the abbreviation, and then you want to turn the abbreviation into the wrong meaning, so you can come there to file, you go to options, you go to proofing, you go to autocorrect options, you write for example UR, which stands for University of Rwanda, for example. So you add it, you click OK, you click OK. If I come there, so I write UR, so then I press enter or space. So I find University of Rwanda. If you want to change it, you can go and change. So you see, sometimes because the one sheet of Excel needs to be printed, hari igihe uzagera bikaba ngombwa ko aya makuru washyize muri Excel ugomba kuyaprintinga, kandi Excel yo iguhereza uburyo bwose wisanzuye ko uri bwandike uko ubishaka, ariko urabona nk'iri jambo reliable immense company ryarenze kolone ya B, kolone ya C ndetse na kolone ya D. Icyo gihe urabigenza ute kugira ngo rigume muri kolone ya D? Icyo uri bukore uraza ukanda hano kuri kolone ya B, aha nyine ririya jambo waryandikiye kuko ni nayo source yaryo, ni source like how you can pronounce it. So you go to wrap paper, then wrap paper ni ahangaha munsi ya help, hanyuma uhita ubona ko rya jambo ryagiyemo hariya, then you can decrease the size, you can do whatever. Iyo umuntu ari gushaka guprintinga urupapuro, mujya mubona hari igihe ufata nk'amakuru ugakenera kuyaprintinga ugasanga n'urugero ibindi bije ku yindi page, so you have to manage your content before you print them out. So this is also important. Or if this is the title for both B, C, D, for example, B, C, D, iyi ari title ya B, C, D, I cannot wrap it, instead I can merge it in the center. You see, that's how you merge the text. You merge it, so it is the title for both B, C, and D. So you come there to B, for example, if this is the geographical information, so let me like residential area, so this may be like district, this may be sector, okay, this may be the cell. You see, so this residential area is the title for both district, sector, and cell. In this case, we do merging. We merge both B, C, and D. I hope this is clear. Sometimes in a table, you can have such tables. Tables which needs to be matched. Another thing that is very important when we're dealing with the tables, let's say for example, you are having here the salary, but salary of, let me write like a long text, the salary of an employee. You see, this salary of an employee is a long text, so I want to shorten it without wrapping. So instead, I can click right, go to format cells. After going to format cells, I go to alignment. After going to alignment, I change the angle to, for example, 45. Here in the orientation tab, I change the angle to 45, then I click OK. You see, the salary of an employee is like 45 angle. It is written in 45 angle, but let me change this to a vertical text. I can also click right, go to format cells, go to this orientation, then put the angle to 90. Then I find the salary of an employee. I can wrap it while it is there. Then you see, hari amafishi amwe n'amwe tujya tubona afite tayito zigiye zihengetse, zitambitse, zimeze ukuntu nyine, ni kuriya ziriya tayito bagenda bazikora. Nta gitangaza kiba kirimo rwose. Ni kuriya tayito bagenda bazikora. So hari umuntu uri kuzanira nk'agafishi ngo nkorera aka gafishi muri Excel. Ukibaza ese aka gafishi ndagatangira nte, ndagakora nte? Ugasanga rero biragucanze kandi atari ibintu mu by'ukuri bigoye. So hope you were here with me. So you see how easy this is. So also another thing that I want you to know is how to increase the size of the cells. Abenshi muzi ko iyo uri increasing the size of cells uraza ukagira utya ugafata column ukayijyana hirya ukayigarura hino, ugafata row ukayijyana hirya no. Hari urimo urabikora uba uri guhereza, none se uramutse ufite row uzi nk'igihumbi, wagenda kuri buri row ukagenda kamwe. Never. So for this case ntabwo ushobora kugenda one row you increase, second row you do increase, third row you do increase. What will happen if you have like 1,000 or 10,000 rows? Will you do that? Can you imagine how long it will take for you to finish? So it will take long. So but instead there is something you can do to increase the size of the cells at the same time. In this case, what do? You select your table where you want your cells to increase. So of course you select the cells that you want them to increase. Then you go here, format. You are here, home. You go to format. Okay. If you go to format, so you go to row height. You put, for example, 50. Okay, that's my example. You see, the cells increase at the same rate, at the same number. Because I have entered 50, so the cells have increased to 50 size. So if we want to decrease, you can go back to format, then you change to 30, for example, 30. So you see, it comes to the origin. This is something you needed to know before we move to things which looks a bit advanced. So you must know this before we go to other things that looks a bit advanced. So another thing in Excel, please look here. You have three things. You have this is called page layout, and this is called page break preview. You see, sometimes when your Excel becomes like that, you say, my data are almost about to be lost, so I'm going to lose my data. My Excel is going to crash. No. So these three things here, when you are writing here, it means you are at normal preview. Normal preview, regardless of the pages, regardless of how many pages you are writing on, the content that you are putting on the sheets. So you don't have an idea on how printing will look like, printing preview. But before you do printing, of course, you have to go to page layout. If you go to page layout, they will show this table, on one sheet. So you are lucky when you print, this will be printed on a single sheet of paper. But sometimes you will have this paper wrong. You will have this sheet wrong and can take like two pages or 3 pages, which will make you feel worried about the printing of your sheets. Let's say, for example, if my table, let me move my table to this range, okay. So I have it like this. Then when I go to page break, I mean to, yes, page layout, to this between this a single ribbon between the three here. So uh, I you can see that we have 2 pages. Some of the table have already gone to another sheet, and another table have stayed on the first sheet. So this means that when I'm about to print, when I give a printing command, this Excel will print out 2 sheets of paper because there are 2 pages to be printed. So to to solve this problem, you can go to the next one, which is the third one, which is called page break preview. So you see, can you see this? We have the page 1, but also we have the page 2 there. So, and between we are having a blue line which separates both page 1 and page 2. For this case, what you want to do, you need to put your cursor on this blue line. Then you move the cursor to the last. You stay with the page 1. So you are lucky here when you print out, you can print your content on a single sheet of paper. I hope you understand this. This is not the only way you can solve this problem, but also you can go to the page layout menu. As I said when we were in session 1, you go to page layout menu, then you see the scale. The scale means like the extent to which your page will be fit on paper. This will be 80%. So you can increase this or decrease, but when you increase, you are missing a part of your content from page 1 going to the page 2. It is going to be separated. So when you increase the size, so normally this should be 100%, but because you see what I've done recently, I have tried to put 2 content which were on 2 pages and merge them, bring them to a single page. So the percentage dropped from 100% to 80%. So if I keep decreasing, now it's a risk because when I'm printing, those content will not be visible. They will be very difficult to visualize, to see when they are printed out. So decreasing the size or here on the scale, here on page layout, so it's a risk itself because sometimes you are decreasing the late you are decreasing the size of your text. I hope you understand the difference because sometimes you need to increase because you are having a lot of content, but also in decreasing will will diminish the size of the text. So it is easy, guys, and this is very important because I know many people they say I know Excel, but when it comes to printing, it is another topic to discuss. So, another thing, when you are about to print, make sure you know the size. You know how does your sheet look like. Is it portrait? Is it landscape? Portrait means the sheet is vertical. Landscape means the sheet is horizontal. When you make it horizontal, your sheet can have more content. It depends to how you have drawn your table. So uburyo wadrawinze table yawe, uburyo niba wayigize itambitse, uburyo niba wayigize ihagaze, it's okay. Kubera ko rimwe na rimwe ishiti yawe ishobora kuba ihagaze, ukajya kurwana na printing, wajya kubiprintinga ugasanga bisohotse ari utuntu duto cyane kubera ko sheet utigeze uyitambika kandi yakakwiye kuba itambitse. So ibyo rero ni utuntu tw'ingenzi cyane ugomba kumenya mu gihe urimo uradiringa n'ama tables. Another thing, before I move on, ndagira ngo iki kintu cyo guturasa amataburo kibe rwose ikintu twese dusobanukirwa kandi neza. Before I move on, hari igihe uba ufite a single cell like this. Really? So having this single cell, so you have, for example, you want this cell to have two different contents. You want to have two different contents. How will you do that? We separated with a diagonal line. Ayo mafishi ni mujya muyabona, ugasanga ufite fishe, iyo fish ifite umurongo uri diagonal. How do we, yes, uri diagonal, hejuru hakaba hari amagambo no hasi hakaba hari amagambo. Ahangaha rero bigenze. Let's go to like district, for example. If you go to this, no, let me move to, okay. So let me move to this like residential area. I want to have this. So ahangaha I click a right click. Let's right click. Then I go to format cells. I go to borders. You see, if you're having borders, you put a diagonal border. See? Then you click OK. Do you see the border there? It is there. So you can, if I write residential area, you see, where is it? It is under the line. So how to put another text up the line? Very difficult. So, but not surely difficult. You place, are we together? You move the cursor in front of your text. You place Alt on your keyboard. Alt key, enter. Okay. You place Alt key, you leave. Okay. So sometimes, sorry. Sometimes you need this on different in different formats. So you need this in different formats. You see, I'm having this residential area and I'm having where you live, two text in one single cell. I hope you are following. So this is how now you can have two texts in one single cell. Okay, moving on. Sometimes you will have people, okay? You will have people like first name and surname. First name and surname. So there are two almost names which are different but for only a single person. So I changed the cell format, cell size to like 30. Let me change. It was big enough to be not visible. Let me change to 20 so I can have more text. Okay. So we have this. Okay, we have surname and we have name. First name, let's write Theogene. Okay, Bahon, yes, very wrong name. So let's write Amina, for example, Amina Wase. Let's write, for example, Peace, 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 Kagere. So those are names of people, you see? But you are asked to provide the full name. How will you do that? Will you sum? Will you sum the first name and the second? So you used okay. Help me again. I'm not getting it very practically. Thank you. Please repeat for us how to write in a single cell separated with two diagonals. Okay, your comment. I'm following your comments, and I will come back to them. Keep commenting. I'm here to help. So, but you also make sure you are attentively following. So, okay. I was asking if you have a list. You have a list of your employees. You have the list of your brothers and sisters. So you are asked to provide the full name. You see, rimwe umuntu yagiye kureba kuri lisite y'itora asanga izina rye ritandukanye n'irindi aravuga ati reka reka ababwira amazina yombi afatanya aravuga ati ngewe ntabwo ni bamubwira ati mukecuru ntabwo witwa Cecile ati njyewe nitwa Cecile Mukamazimpaka urumva amazina ye yabaga ari separated so ararekarama ati bahamagaye bati Mukamazimpaka irindi umuntu witwa Mukamazimpaka irindi Cecile ninde aricecekera ati ngewe nitwa Cecile Mukamazimpaka niko abivuga nk'izina rimwe. Okay, so that was a joke. So full name, I don't have to take this plus this. No, 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 no. This cannot work. So this make sure those are text. So what do you have to do? There are three ways. There are two ways I'm going to show you. You call uhamagara function yitwa concatenate. Uhamagara function yitwa concatenate. Then wamara guhamagara function yitwa concatenate ukabanza izina ushaka then kama ugakurikizaho irindi zina you close parenthesis then you press enter you get the full name. Then you select this, you go to this last meaning the last looks like the last line. Okay, you put your cursor. When you find a plus sign, you scroll down, you find other names like Wase, Fis Kagere, and so on. So if you have like 1,000 people, you can even scroll down to them, to 1,000 people. Okay, but here is a mistake. Here is the weakness of the function concatenate. The weakness of this function is that concatenate cannot separate two names. You see, there's no space if you can see where. There is no space. So, there is no space, yet we need to see the space there between. So, we have to use another formula which is different from concatenate and okay, so we sorry for disturbance. So can we continue? So I hope we are together. So let's move on. So let's move on. So I was saying that we are about to combine the first name and the second name, but making sure that we have the space between the names, because concatenate could help but failed to put a space between the two names. So what how do we do this now? So let's begin with the first name, for example, then you put and shift 7. Okay, I was saying that it depends to the kind of computer you are using, the keyboard, how your keyboard is. So after that, so you put quotation. Okay, I hope you are following. After putting quotation, so you put a space. So after putting a space, you also add the quotation. So after adding quotation, you also add and. Okay, so this is a good formula. So you also add the next name. Can you repeat that? You begin with the first name or any name that you want. After, you put a and sign, a quotation, space, quotation, and the next name you want to combine. Then you press enter. You see now there is a space between Theogene, then Kubaho. So you scroll down to other names. There is no need to repeat the formula. You see that the names are at least separated. So you can print out the full name, you hang them on where you want to put the list. So that's very clear now. So another thing that I want you to understand now is if we have this full name, okay? So if we have this full name, how can we have single names? Okay, surname and first name. So I wanted to show you how two names can be combined to form one. But also, you need also to know if what if you have surname, you have full name, but you want to separate them. You want to separate into surname and first name, for example. I don't know what you can begin with. First name and surname. Okay, so how you can separate the two. So to separate this, you highlight you highlight the full list. After highlighting, we are together, I hope. So you go to data. After going to data, you go to text to columns. Okay, text to columns. After going to text to columns, you click next. You highlight comma because you are already the full name is separated by comma. So for this case, you highlight comma, you click next, then you go to finish. Okay, so no comma but space. Sorry, they are not separated by comma. It is a space. I'm sorry for that. So you click next. You click space. You click space. Then you move to the text general case. Then you click finish. Then you see Theogen is there. Coordinates is there. So don't be confused because Theogen remains there. Okay, the one name should remain there. The second name should move to another column. So I hope this is now clear. So that's how to split the text into columns. Text to columns. So I hope you have got this all. So and this is very useful. Sometimes you have a grid table and you want to separate or to combine the text. So about the table, for sure, you can have more than this, of course, but also was very important. So table, why did we take a lot of time talking about table design, table whatever, it is because the table is one of the tools or the data presentation form. So how do you present your data? You can present your data in a table, you can present your data in a graph, you can present your data however you want to present it, but the presentation uh, basic presentation tool or is a table, is using a table. Most of the data are presented using table. So we spend like 45 minutes designing, trying to understand what is a table, how can we design it, what are some of the things we need to know about the design of the table. So now we come to another point of data visualization, but not tables, uh, using graphs. Graphs, sometimes you call them charts, okay? So we have different graphs. So we have like histogram, we have pie, we have bar, we have scatter, we have like we have line, we have we can have more than this bar chart or column. This is called bar or column chart. Okay, pie, scatter, histogram, and so on. So let's stop by there. We have za p-prote n'izindi tugenda tubona charts ni nyinshi mu buryo bugiye butandukanye, wenda biterwa n'uko abantu bagenda bazikoresha. So I want you, sorry, this is not a histogram but histo. Okay, thank you. So I want you first to understand the use of a very every chart, every graph. How do you use this? Don't be confused or just uh, memorize the kind of chart without knowing. Instead of using this, I will use this because it is more appropriate. So understanding the appropriateness of the chart is more important than understanding the types or the names of the chart. So you have to first understand what kind of chart will I use and why. So for this case, I want you to understand, let's go together. So I want you to understand the usefulness of every chart. Histogram, when do we need histogram? When? Histogram, we need it to present numerical data, but which are continuous. So for only people who have, have background in mathematics can understand continuous data. There are those data that there is no gap between. Like for example, I if I say height, weight, so we can have 4 point something height, we can have 3 point something. Those are continuous because we don't have a gap. Okay, so like ages we can have gap. It depends to how we are measuring ages. Are we taking ages in years form, in months, in days, in whatever? So we cannot have like you are having 20 point something ages. That's nonsense. It cannot have meaning. So to present continuous data, we need to use histogram. Continuous data, here I give an example. So I give you an example. This example, like for example, we have height, we have weight, we have like a max, you can have 4.5 max and so on. Here you will undoubtedly use histogram and it is very appropriate to be used. But when do we use pie chart? Pie chart, it has a 20, it is a circle. It is a circle of Of course, a circle has 260 degrees. Okay, I'm not going into mathematics, but I need you to understand this because it is a circle. This pie chart is used to represent the contribution. It is used to represent the contribution of each of the mentioned categories. Like for example, GDP we know depends to, okay, we know GDP depends to industries, we know it depends to agriculture, we know GDP depends to services, GDP depends to imports from other countries, exports, and so on. Here, I don't want to mention some inflation and other things. I'm not an economist. That was an example. So, but most of you who are economists can really understand the example that I'm trying to give here. So, the pie chart will be used to represent what is the contribution of agricultural product in GDP? What is the contribution of services in yearly GDP? So to mean we are having an angle of 360 degrees, but a service can have like an angle of 80. Agriculture can have an angle of 70. What export can have an angle of 20. Import can have an angle of 30. So when you you make sum of those angles, you find 360. You can think that I'm like sense. You hope you understand everything. Let's continue. Bar or a column. This is used to present categorical data. Categorical data, you see, like we are having this is used to present the frequency, yeah, more the frequency or the percentage of categorical data, like for example, gender. So in gender, we have two categories. We have male and female. Education category, education category. We have people who didn't have chance to go to school. We have them who have those who completed the elementary education, we have those who completed the secondary, university, from university, a bachelor degree, master's, doctorate, and others. You see, we are having different categories in education. So, gender education category, employment category. So we have some people who are blue, blue, blue employees or white collar employees and so on. We have employee category. We have employee, so like organizational departments, like provinces, like whatever countries, if you have more than one country. So I hope you understand the sense. So here, bar chart, column chart is used to present categorical information, categorical data. So another thing here, it is scatter plot. Scatter plot for statisticians, this scatter plot is used to combine, like to compare, yes, to compare two numerical variables. Like I'm saying, okay, so how does salary, okay, like here I can give an example. How does a, sorry, a salary increase with employment, uh, okay, employment experience, okay? How does salary increase with the employment, sorry, I didn't write employment, sorry, I'm not good at English, so sorry for this. So comparing two numerical variables. So how does salary increase with employment experience? Like someone can say, okay, I'm having 2 years of experience. So I'm having 5 years of experience. You plot that on x-axis. You plot y, like salary, thinking that salary depends to employment experience, like the experience that you are having. So here you want to understand if the salary increase when employment experience is great or it increase. So, but sometimes it is not the case. You can have an experience, but you still have a low salary. Yes. So the chart will show you how to do this. Also, you are thinking I'm singing, but soon you're gonna have a clear visual explanation when we move to practical cell. So, line chart is used to present data of different period. Okay, like here I can say we are trying to present life expectancy. Did you know that a life expectancy here in Rwanda it's about it's around 70. We are moving to more than 71. So we are living longer. So life experiency, I mean expectancy in 2000 and 2000, 2005, 2010, 2015, 2000 and whatever. So we're trying to present the life expectancy a single indicator in a line chart. So to show if the life experience has somehow decreased in some years before it increased to 71 that we are enjoying today. Okay, like we are presenting GDP per capita, other indicators. So I don't know. I'm not sure your background, your education background, and what you have done in your bachelor degrees or secondary schools, but you hope you have got something. Or you have understood what is GDP. You have understood what is life expectancy sometimes. So employment rate, yes, or unemployment rate. So if you want to present those indicators on a chart with the idea of showing how it has been declining, it has decreased. So what we call a change per a given period of time. So you better use this line chart. So and so on. I think now uh, I tried my best to explain those charts and how where they are used. So let's move now to how we can use them in different examples practically. So hope you will help me because you have already understood how it should be used. Let's say for example we have gender. Okay, so we have male, so we have female, we have male, sorry, male, female, male, sorry, male, okay, female. Let me stop by there. So we have there, this is the title, okay? We have their salary. Okay, so let me run between. If you were here with me in the morning, you have understood where to use land between. So when you want random numbers, so because typing number, moving to a next cell, I type a different number sometimes to confuse us, to confuse. So I tell Excel, please give me random numbers that I can use. This is the exercise. I don't want to complicate things. So you call upon the function which is called land between. So the salary can be between, for example, 200,000 and 1 million 200 francs. So you direct that's the salary of one man there. So we have 11 people. Okay. So after this, we have like what else do you want us to plot? You want us to plot like what? So their experience, their experience in month, okay? The experience in month, okay? Let me also say here is SPS, no, Excel, sorry. Okay, so I have 6 to like 100 and whatever month. So this is very clear, okay? So for this case, so someone is having 7 months and others are having different months like that. So this is the experience they got in a different month, different month. So 60 months you can translate this into years. You see, you are having like 5 years and whatever. So that is an experience, but I tried to put it into transform into months. So you want to plot. What do you want to plot? You want to plot, for example, gender. So you only highlight gender like this. So you come to insert. Insert, please. So it is better you go to recommended chart. Okay? Recommended chart. Okay, so repeat once again, you go to insert, you go to recommended chart. Okay, before we go to recommended chart, because recommended chart, it is a suggestion from Excel, because Excel has logically and has logically uh, uh, studied the kind of data we are trying to present, then it is suggesting a kind of chart to be used, an appropriate chart. But that is not good because I've spent a lot of time. So names yes, someone is asking how to separate. I've shown you uburyo bwo guhuza amazina, then n'uburyo bwo kuyatandukanya. I did it. So okay, I was saying, if you look at gender, please let's go back to where the graphs are used. So which chart do you think is appropriate? Which chart do you think is appropriate? Yes, the chart which is appropriate is a bar chart. A bar chart is used to present categorical information like gender and many others. Okay, so you only have to highlight the column. After highlighting the column, so you go to insert, then you go to column chart or bar chart. So you choose which chart to be used. Okay, sorry for this. So you choose a chart to be used. You see, you are having a new worksheet, the sheet that will help you to design where your information. So you're having a graph here, but you're having also a tab of information here. Okay, you see, female you have 3, male you have 8. Very clear. So we have 11 people. So among 11 people, we're having 3 female and 8 males. So here at our charts, we are having males are more are so you see the bar even itself it has a high length than a female, which shows us that uh, we are having more than males who are more than females. This is very clear, but I don't want to stop here. I want to show you how to play to play with this. Uh, so someone is asking the function are not working. So which Excel are you using? Please comment. Tell us which Excel you are using. So are you using 2016? Are you using 27, 20, whatever? So let us know the Excel you are using, because some of the Excels may not understand some of the functions, but most of them they understand the functions. So let's move on. I hope you're going to type it so you help us to know which kind of Excel you are using. So we are studying how to present our information. We come here to this chart. I want to show it around, right? This chart, hope you can see this one. So you can change the gender. Okay, so you change this title. You say, for example, um, uh, gender, gender. Mm, okay, okay. You say for example, um, mm, participants uh, per gender mm, category. So if I can say per gender categories or whatever, if you are good at English, you can change this. So participants per gender categories. Okay. So after this, you come there. So when you select you when you click on there's bars, you see they have the same color, but I want to change to different colors, because when they are having the same colors, they don't look good, they don't look attractive, so they don't attract the reader, the someone who is eager to read the document or the report. So you have to change the colors, because sometimes when you are presenting in a district which are having more people hungry, under poverty line, so you put that district in red. So, and the first district which are having more rich people, you put in a green. So sometimes the colors even they have the meaning. Colors they have the meaning. You should not use this. Why can I use the same color? So I come here to men. I double click to this bar chart of the man or the male people. Then I go up to the format. You see, I go to format. I go to this shape fill. I change the color like this. I can change the color and make it green. So and leave the female in blue. So this will help someone who is reading my report to differentiate between male and female. We will say, okay, so the green color represents the wrong bar, which stands for a higher number in my presentation. Clear? So if you look at this chart, you cannot understand how many males are there, how many females are there. I need to put a number. I need to show someone who is reading my report how many males are there, how many females are there, because I don't I cannot report the table and report the chart. So that what will be the use of that? So I will report one of them. I either report table or a chart. So for this chart must be very helpful, must be with rich information, so that the reader, someone who is going to read my report will clearly understand that there are men with this number and how many female we have. So without a further delay, I go to mail, click write. After clicking write, I go to add data labels. Add data labels. Add data labels. So I can go to car data callouts or data labels like this. You see, it's clear. 8 and 3 are already added to my graph. So to mean, if I want to insert this graph in my report, I have to show also these numbers, so that the reader, someone who is receiving my report, will clearly understand that there are 3 females and 8 males. Hope you understand this. This is the bar chart. Okay. So We can also have this bar chart format. You go here to format, you can change the shape, you can change whatever, so however you want it to look like. So many people they change, so they make it look as they want. So you can have shadow, you can have whatever, you can do it like that. So you will meet with different charts. People choose the chart format depending on their preference, depending on their what they like. So we cannot like the same thing. Okay, so you go there to format, you play with the different options to better understand the chart and the design of this chart. Okay, so the chart is very connected. You see, we have 3 here, we have 8 there, but this chart is connected to the table that we are having it there. Okay, you see the table, we are still having the table here. So this table, we have how many female? We have 3 female and 8 males. What if I change and I put 30? Sorry, I put like 30. Let me go change it there. Sorry, I, I have to put 30. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, salary gender. Okay, why did I put this chart? Because I've designed a lot of graphs. I'm not sure where I put this before I came. Okay, I got it. So if for example I do this, okay, I scroll down to get more females. Okay, so here also you will scroll to get more, to get their salary and whatever. So then here on the chart also you will need to draw it again. It is not automatic. But when you are working online, because you have some Excel's online spreadsheets, so you can have it very clear. Okay, I hope you understand this. This cannot be automatically added up. So this was the Excel bar chart. So what about the other charts like the pie chart and so on, histogram, and many others? This is what we are going to try now. So, mhm. So make sure I don't understand the purpose of making a chart. Okay, Silver Ndaisawa, please. The purpose of making chart is to present your data. Sometimes it depends to the kind of the work you do. But if you are working in an office and you need to report, so you have to use chart to better present the information instead of giving the full data. You use only the chart to summarize the information that you got. Okay, I hope I'm okay. I hope you understand this. So the use of charts is for the purpose of data presentation. So you see on this chart it has a very clear meaning that I'm having 8 males and 3 females. Instead of going through my data, count 1 male, 2 male, 3 female, I can make a chart to summarize the information I'm having in my table. I hope now I'm clear. So, so we need now to present salary. How can we present salary? How will we present salary? Salary, when you look at this, we've been explaining here among our charts that we preferred to look on: histogram, pie chart, bar chart, scatter line, and so on. So, which chart do you think is appropriate to be used here? The chart is what we're having salary. These are the continuous data, so we have to use histogram. I don't know if you can understand this. We have to use histogram. So charts like salary and the salary experience in months and no, not even experience in maths, but salary and like weight heights should be summarized using histogram. So you go to insert, you go to recommended chart if you want that. So you can use here they are saying a clustered column, or sometimes it cannot be a clustered but be called a like yes histogram, yes. So but for this case we need to understand, so which people are we using. So sorry for this, yes. Okay, so here they try to put the sum. If we present it like this, what will it be look like? Because I have included, so which pressure? So someone is saying in ko bikomeje kumunanira kubera, which pressure are you talking about? So okay, we have female, we have male. So we have the trend here. So we have chart title, you can have it like that. So you can change it, the chart type. So for example, you go to histogram. Sometimes we may not have histogram, but have space, we have other things. So the problem is that in my computer also I don't see this histogram, but it's very easy because it looks like if I go like in this, okay, clustered bar, okay, this is the salary, but here we have the female. So we have the chart title. So for example, for this, when you want to understand what a given bar stands for, you put the cursor, then you read female point salary value like this. So we are presenting the female data there. So or you can change so to histogram. I got this. Sorry. Histogram. I've seen histogram there. So let me come there and have this. Sorry, histogram. Let's see histogram. Okay. So we have pivot chart, but we will be looking at pivot chart in a report evaluation visualization technique this evening. This evening we will be talking about pivot chart, pivot tables, things like format, conditional, filtering, and sorting, and so whatever in the next session of this evening. So here I want to show you the appropriate chart to be used. If I used histogram, so because we are having like, so histogram, because it deals with infinity numbers or continuous numerical variables, it is going to make groups, you understand. So those people who have background in mathematics, they can refer to discrete descriptive analysis. We have discrete number, we have continuous, sometimes they are they are grouped data, so instead of being discrete. So you may also play with this, then you find an appropriate chart. So when you want, for example, to present the scatter the scatter, I've told you that the scatter plot deals with the salary and the experience in a month. So for this case, you go there to insert. You are going to insert, you go to recommend chart. So they give you a scatter, then you the scatter is like this. You see there are plots, ni dots representing a pair of values. Like umuntu nahembwa amafaranga runaka azaba afite experience runaka. Murabona nk'akantu ka mbere karavuga ngo umuntu afite experience y'amezi 111, ahembwa wenda ahembwa 450 n'amafaranga 622. So icyo gihe ni ukuvuga ngo tugihita tugira x axis na y axis, then tukagira iki, tukagira tugatracinga. You see nk'aha ngaha icyo bishatse kuvuga iki, bishatse kuvuga ko uko experience igenda yongera ni nako na salary igenda yongera, kuko we can have a common a least squared line cyangwa ligne iri positive igaragaza positive correlation, positive but not perfect. So that's yeah, that's what we call a scatter plot. So for this case we can have different scatters, ariko kubera izi done murabyibuka ni done twabonye habayeho it was random, it's random, ntabwo rero twazizera nka done twafatira umwanya wo kwanaliza nka done z'amanota y'abanyeshuri cyangwa n'ibindi twakagombye kwanaliza ku buryo bufatika. So I want to show you how to have now the line, how to have this line chart. Okay, so how do we obtain, or how do we use a line chart like GDP, like whatever and so on? So let's see, let's say for example we have this. Let me remove this chart. Okay, we have GDP. Okay, so here, okay, GDP per a certain year, GDP gross domestic product, so the value of the output produced within the country. Economists can understand this, within the country regardless of the nationality. GDP is different from GNP. So GDP, it was like, let's say US dollars. So how many US dollars? 500 US dollars. So 400 US dollars. US dollars. Let me put this sign, or you can even make it like here. You come to currency. I've shown you how you can put a dollar sign without typing. So you put it like that. Then when you write, for example, 200, and so it is there. The dollar sign is there. So let me decrease this. Sorry. Okay. So we move to 600. We move to 420. Year 2022. I mean 200, 2002, 2004, 2008, 2010, 2020, for example. So we have it like this. So that is the GDP in different years. So we want to change. We want to have this. Okay. I'm sorry for the disturbance. Someone was calling. So we want to present this in a chart. Okay. So you go to insert, you go to recommended. Okay. They say, okay, do you want to use what do you want to use, for example, a line chart or a line? Let me see, what if we use the line like this? So we have like GDP, we have GDP in green, we have GNP in red. I mean, we have here in red, but this that cannot make sense. Let's select only GDP and see the trend. So see the trend. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so we have the line, scatter line. Okay, so we have line like this. So we have line chart. So okay, let me change this. I want to put ears here in between. Ears, cut, then paste there. Okay, then you select the two, recommended chart, you go to line chart. Yes, you begin with ears. So I'm sorry for this. It was a while without using this. So uh, you see, this means what? In 2000, we were about 500. In 2002, you see, we have we have a difference of 5 years, but the difference of 5 years won't make so because we have entered some the year period that are between, so that's why you can see to 2004 2002. So here you can add, for example, data tables, data labels, okay, data labels to see. Okay, so you see here we have in around 2002 we were about 500. Around 2000 and whatever we were about 2004. You see, this is the trend, how it has been declining, how it decreased. So the economist can understand this. Then you take some of the economic policies and you explain why it have been declining in previous years. So what are the new factors? What are the new policies have been taken to move positively this GDP to a new degree? So we are having 420. This is not a real statistics, please. So this is an example I'm using. So you and we were on $600 billion dollars or $1 million in 2010, but it has been declining in more than 10 years, in around 10 years, and we are hitting 420. So you have to explain this and so on. The explanation that you provide is what we call interpretation, because you cannot provide a chart without interpretation. Okay, so this is the line chart. I hope you now understand. I hope you now understand this. This was the line chart. The remaining is the remaining is the remaining is the pie chart. Let's say, for example, here we have. Let me change this. Okay, let me add another thing there. We have, for example, sources of GDP. We have agri, we have industry, we have services, we have services, we have services, we have in export imports, we have exports, and so on. Here we have this, and we hit the GDP of that with our inputs. So you select the two there, GDP and sources. I don't know how you call it, if it is source, if it is what, I don't know. So you go to insert. After going to insert, you go to the commanded chart, you go to pie chart, then do you do it like this. Did I write GDP? So GDP, sorry, GDP. I've been lying for a long time. So this is GDP, not GDP. So you have your pie chart there. So this pie chart represents what? You see, it has different colors, and each color stands for a source. For example, so agree, it is colored in blue. So industry is colored in this is it pink? I don't know the color. So this yellow is import and export, and such dark green. So and services, and this indigo, if it is indigo, I don't know, you can call it. So but very different. So I can trace this table how I want. I can do it like this. I can come and select only one, go to format. Yes, so you go to format, you play with this. Okay, you play with this, you change the shape. I can change the shape, for example, make it look like what. So let me reflection shadow. So pivot like this. So I can change this color. I can change it to make it like look like so what so look like blue or green, yeah, meaning black. Okay, you see. However, you can trace it. You can even combine it again. You can separate it again. You can so how you want it to be or to look like. You can move this one only if you have a meaning. For example, you want to show that the agriculture contributes more than other other domains, other departments, if I can say. Okay, so I hope you understand this. This is the pie chart. Pie chart represent the contribution of each category. So if I also select all those and go to plus and add data labels. You see, so I have data labels there. I can even put it in a 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 yes in a white color, so to be visible, to be more visible. You see, the agriculture is there with the 500, but how to know it is agriculture? You have to look at this one, this car. So you have to look at this one. So in this one also you can move it however you want it to be. So wherever you want it to be, this is called regent. So this legend also you can put it in a format, in any format you want. So you sometimes you see this in a book, you think it is a complicated thing. No, you can draw it however you want it. So many people draw different charts. So regarding of how they want to they prefer to see the charts. Okay, I hope this is very clear. Then you change the type, you change whatever. You can even come there and call what we call you call like, so you can put those data outside. Okay, so you can see them because I made them red, but I can make them black. You can put those out. You can also put in a center at the end, call out, so agree. You see, yeah, in the statistic books, you see this export 90%, import 80, something like that, services like that. So you see, so or you move this here, you can even move this there, you can move however you want it to move. This Excel is very flexible. You can draw your table how you want it to look like. I hope I'm clear on this. So this is data presentation using a chart. I've shown you how to use histogram, how to use bar chart and pie chart, how to use this pie chart, of course, scatter plot, p plot and key plot and others. There are things in mathematics and statistics, but they use them in economics and other. But for this case, we need to look at things which are the most useful or the most common in our daily work, our daily activities. So this is the data presentation. So for people who were asking about the purpose of the charts, please, we are studying how to present the information. I think you have got the meaning. So another thing that we needed to look at before we hit at 16, it is um, it is about, so I can't forget to show you how to move this. You can copy this chart. Okay, it is very easy. Don't think this chart will remain in Excel. You can copy it and go to Word, search for Word document which is blank, or you insert it in your report. Okay, you copy it, you insert this chart in your report. There is no problem. It's very easy. So you have to to to, to to only understand how to draw it. You see, I have it in Microsoft Word, so I can type these graphs. The graph above is that what we call interpretation. The graph above shows and so on. So that's what we call data, data, data. So you see, I have it in a in a in a Microsoft Word. So I can type this graphs. The graph above shows da 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 and so on. So that's what we call data, data, data. So you see, I have it in a 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 data, data data presentation or the data visualization, but it is not report visualization technique. Please, you have to differentiate the two. You have to differentiate the two because the two are really are really different. So you have many more comments. Please feel free to comment them. We are here to provide to share with you some skills. We know you already have your skills. You already use this Excel in your daily work. But if we share the skills, we can reach far. This is helping one another. So if I know Excel, you know some other softwares, you can teach me. Okay. So in Reliable Image Company, we are a group of trainers. So group of trainers, and our daily activity is to provide a training. We either provide a training online. Some people they say, those people they don't know anything. How can you believe them? How can you believe being trained online? But you see, we are having more clients. Let me call them clients, friends who participate in our online training. We have this Ishuri TV. Ishuri TV, we have put this channel to help us reach more audience. We are having more than 60,000 people on this channel, and you also have already subscribed so to see more videos. So we are not putting more effort to tell people, please subscribe. But we are telling more people, please be there and watch our training. So subscribing is in your interest because you want to see more videos. This channel Ishuri TV, most of the content they are from our different trainers. So we put the content there for people to learn. So if you want to laugh, if you want to do whatever, you can watch comedies and other things. But if you want to learn, you come to Shuri TV. So, so that's a joke. So this is that's a presentation using graphs. Okay. So let me move again to another thing which is very important when you are dealing with this visualization or presentation, of course. So let me show you how to insert a photo, a picture in your presentation, in your report. For example, let's say this is a report, okay? So let me delete this chart, for example. Say okay, you go to insert, okay? When you go to insert, they say insert picture. This device or online picture. They ask you if you need this to insert the device or online picture. So you have to choose one. So, but because I don't need to go choose online picture, I can select my own picture on this device. So they put me in a given folder. So I go to downloads, for example. I see some of the pictures. So I select this one, lake training, of course. So you see, we have this one. We have a picture here in Excel. Some people they think Excel cannot have pictures. Yeah, you have. You should insert some pictures to support your report. So if your report is entirely in Excel, feel free to add pictures. It is very easy. You go to insert, you insert picture. It's no problem. But the problem is that when you are inserting this picture, you cannot write above the picture, okay? So you cannot write in a picture's place. You have only to write in a background. Okay, so the picture will overlap your text, so it is not very good, but it depends, you can need it, I don't know. So I have to show you how to do it. So if you need it, that's best. If you don't need it, but you know how to do it. That's a good a good way. Okay, so this is a picture in Excel. So let me delete this. So I want to also add a given background. A background here, a background in Excel. Okay. So you go to page layout. Okay. Going to page layout, you go to page layout. Okay. After going to page layout, you go to backgrounds. So they will say, please wait while we load pictures. But because I don't need this picture to come from online, so it is better you select to work offline. You select from file, okay? So you choose one of your favorite pictures, like we have chosen the first one. So I can choose this lake training banner. So after choosing this lake training banner, you see in my Excel, I have insert the picture. This picture is like a background. It cannot prevent me from adding my content. It is in the background. It is different from inserting a picture. Here, I insert the background, not the picture. So you have to understand the difference between inserting background and inserting the picture. Hope you can differentiate the two, the two of the things that I came to talk about. Background and the picture. The background, it depends. If you need it, you can leave it there. But if you don't need it, if you mistakenly add the background but you don't really need this, you can go to page layout. Okay. After going to page layout, you go to delete background. So you remain with your data. Okay. So you remain with your data. So this is what we call data presentation that we are doing. We are having around 20 minutes left to hit the end of the session. But before we hit the end of session, I want you to understand this. Sometimes in this spreadsheet, in this sheet, you will need to add comments. You will need to add some comments. So, sorry, for example, you move here, you go to like this number, 27 looks small comparing to other numbers. So the 27 is smaller than other numbers. So you want to tell the one who is reading your report why this 27 has appeared. So you go here to review, you add comment. Say this this is because the employee is young. Okay, so a young and and is young and not necessarily being single. There are many people who are old and single. You can be young and single as you can be old and single. See, being single doesn't look at the age category, the age of a specific person. You see, because this 27, you see, we have a red color. A red color means what? Means that we are having a comment there. So uh, this experience in month, we have 27. Okay, 27. Okay, you only put cursor there. So you say this is because the employee is young. That's why his experience or her experience is not great comparing to other people's experience. So also you can go there to, there's no need to highlight this. There's no need because you can go to view comments, then you see how many comments are there. So if you go to this person who is having more experience, so you can go to review, new comments, then here you add the name of your computer appears, but you delete it. So there you say, um, uh, this this man, this employee has graduated before 90s. You see, that's why you uh, cannot be worried about his experience, confused of the experience, because he has graduated later before 90s. You see? So this is how we add comment. Removing this comment also the same way as you put the comment, you move again to review, then you go to delete comment, or you can even edit this comment. Hope you understand this. Hope you get this. So you can there come there and delete comment. You can go there and delete comment. Okay. So, but you can control Z. Control Z means return or undo. So you undo the comments. You go here, show comments. You see, show comments. So all comments are clear. That's why you don't need to highlight in green color, in different colors. No, so that it can be visible to the one you are reporting to. No, so you only the one who you are reporting to, he or she will only click on show all comments, then he sees all the comments that are there. So I think this is very clear, guys, and we still on data presentation. Yes, of course. So, but also another thing you have to understand here, it is the type of data we have. The type of data we have data which are discrete, which are numbers. We have data which are text. So you have to differentiate the two when you are presenting, or when you are using your, yes, you are using the charts, graphs, and so on. So there are people. So in 15 minutes, please, I'm on my time range. I've tried to respect time range. My remaining 15 minutes, you can ask some questions in the comments. Then I have to start from this one um, who is saying, is it possible to get, remember to guard your privacy and by the, no, no, no. So to get notes and the presentation on your emails, so we will try to collaborate and we share with you some of the information of the important contents. Better to share the notes, each presentation on our emails. That good, we will do so. So another thing is rand between yarns pe. So rand between, you have to call rand like this. So you go down to land between, then you select two numbers randomly. Say, for example, it depends to the kind of data you want to present. So, like if I'm saying the marks of students, I can imagine, it's imagination. I say the lowest marks obtained is 40. The highest marks obtained is 90. So all the students are there in between. That's why it is called the land between, random between this and this. But it is randomly, of course, because you don't have to rely on it. So then you scroll down. As I go down scrolling, the numbers have to change. So you have to copy them. After copying, you paste values so it won't change anymore. Okay, so those are numbers. Instead of typing them 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to whatever, so you can, if you are doing exercise, don't do this if you are a teacher. If you are a teacher, you don't have to do this. Say, for example, I'm having 40 students, I'm going to land between them. No, you don't have to do that. It's better you give marks as the students have been struggling to obtain the marks. Okay? These are random numbers because we are doing exercise. I don't have to type, so I want to respect my time length. So please ask more questions. I'm here. If you have other questions, I'm here to help. So another one has asked what is using function no gukoresha ngiye byananiye, please help me. Iyo bivuze ngo izi function zirimo excel iba ifite functions, icyo cyakora ushobora kongeramo wowe ni formula nkuko twabibonye mu masaha ya mu gitondo. Excuse me sir, would you like to ask you to repeat how to use abbreviation to mean a long sentence? You use the URL link. Help me again, I'm not getting it well practically. Okay, I can help you like this, very simple. So, for example, we all know that USA means United States of America. So, for this case, you don't want to 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 to, to, to write in full United States of America. You want to put a command in Excel such that when you write USA, it will mean in full United States of America. Okay, so you don't have to select this. Okay, you go to file. Okay, like you are about to save, you go to options, or some people they have setting. You have, if you have setting, you can go to setting, you go to proofing. Excel setting is there, and please make sure that you are in, if you are in Excel setting, you can change something and your Excel crashes. Okay, so you go to auto collect. After going to collect, you replace, you write USA, replace, uh, and replace there United States of America. Okay, United States of America. So then you add, you click and okay, then you click okay. Okay, so someone who been asking this, if you write United USA, then you place space, you will get United States of America. So this will remain here if you don't change it. To change this, you go back to File, you go to Options, you go to Proofing, you go to Autocorrect option, you write USA like you are rewriting it, you highlight it, then you delete, you click OK, you click OK. If I write USA and USA and hit, it will not come. Okay, so you need to make sure that if you know how to put something there, you know also how to remove it, to delete it. So like URL is still there because I didn't change it. Like leak is still there, I didn't change it. Okay, okay. So yes, someone is asking you to provide recorded video. It will remain here, but we can add some of the edition. I will work with the team to make some editions here. So that's very clear. Another question, let me move around to see other questions. So maybe you don't have questions, guys. Is it clear? Don't say how to make two subtitle into one title in sorry. Someone here is having a one question using two diagonals. Okay, so he didn't follow how to use, but this is a video and it will be available on Shuri TV forever. So you have here a cell, a single cell, but in this cell you want to put a diagonal line. Okay, you want to put a diagonal line. So this diagonal line, um okay, so you click, you go to right click, format cells. Okay, you go to borders, you click in between, to borders, you click in between. So the diagonal line is there, then you click OK. You can either have two diagonal lines. I can go back and format series and go to borders and add another diagonal line and click OK. You see, it's like that. So I can have so many text, either up, down, right, left, and so on. So it depends to how you want it to look like. So I can even go back there and remove the one here. Then I click OK. Okay. I think this is very clear. Then you put your text, like for example, sex, uh-huh, sex per age. I have told you that you have to take the art key, then you place enter, then you move to another variable which you want it to be under the line. So I can place to move it rightly between the line there. So you can move it there. Okay, because we are having large. I have tried to zoom this, that's why it could not be very clear, but I tried my best. So I hope guy you understand this now. I can even bring this sex there. Then I have the title, if you can call it the title or the content, which is like that. Okay, so let me see if there's another person who's having a question. It is done. Okay, so excuse me. Okay, this was answered. Together, definitely is saying whatever. Is it possible to get notes about this course? Yes, we will share with you the notes. Guys, do not negligate things. People they say, oh, okay, so this will be online. There is no certificate, so why do I need to attend this? All you need is a skill. You need the skills. We provide the certificate if you want the certificate. Okay. Uh, no, training on spaces, I cannot provide spaces online. So, but Excel it's better. Spaces and other training like Stata, other MATLAB, Reviews, Sage, GIS, QuickBooks, and others. So it is not only me who provide those trainings, but I can work with the team to provide the training. So if we want the training on SPSS, you can apply. The application link is shared via different social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, and many others. You only search reliable image company on Google, you find the social media. So I was talking about how to sorry, this man is talking about provide the recording. No, it's good, but if it is good, you can show us some formula slow but not quickly. I didn't catch it well. So it would depend to the kind of the electronic tool you are using. You are using telephone, you are using computer, but this video will remain here on Shuri TV. And you have other videos, guys. We have other videos on Excel that you can even watch, which are very also clear. So moving slowly, I tried my best. I didn't move so quickly. I tried to move so slowly that you catch everything. So I was saying that people they say because we don't provide uh, can you we don't provide the certificate, so you don't want to attend the training. Why? You need the skills. Sometimes the certificate, okay, you can have so many certificates but without skills. Yeah, but you can have skills and you show them to someone who wants to employ you. He or she says this man is skilled. So we all have different certificates. We have so many certificates, but we can't count how many times we are asked to report them. So it is very useful. Certificate is useful. If you want it, this is a free training. We cannot provide free training and provide certificate. It is not possible. So if you want certificate, you contact the number there, the link number. So on WhatsApp or call or even at our email, you say I need a certificate, then they give you the requirements. So you pass a short exam because you attended this course. We give you another additional course. In Leak, we only focus on a full package of education. Don't think this is enough for you to get a certificate. Printing a certificate and signing a certificate is easy, but we have to defend it. We have to know this man deserves a certificate. So giving you a certificate is not difficult, but also you should have skills to defend your certificate. Also, someone is saying, can you remind us how to make two subtitles under one title in tab? Okay, I'm not getting where your question, but I can try because I think it looks like merging, huh? Merging. So if you have this table, okay, have this table. So you have here um, like like uh, uh, like age of patient, age of okay what age, okay, insurance, okay, we also you can also have insurance. What else we have? What else can we have? Age, insurance, uh, and the gender. Okay, so the title can be one. If you want to make one title, you come there to what we call merge between under wrap text. You go to merge. You say, for example, patient record information. Patient record information. Patient record information includes gender, insurance, and age. Okay. I don't know if this is the one you were asking for. So for if there is no more questions, guys, I can thank you a lot for your attention for attending the session of today. So maybe after doing exercise, so let us discuss in a WhatsApp group. So I think uh, someone is there, everyone is there on WhatsApp. So we'll share more information. So this from this time, 60 o'clock, 16 o'clock to 17 o'clock, we will be you will be busy with exercises. So hopefully you are going to work on the exercises. I provided exercises on WhatsApp, so I hope you have started working on them. If you didn't get them, we are back. We will share again. So also we have other exercises online. The exercise that are like quiz, you can do the quiz and get marks without being corrected by another third party. You only select. There are multiple choice questions. You select, you miss, or you succeed. So at the end, when you submit, you get the marks like 80%, like, and you see which question you have missed. So thank you for this session. Thank you for your attendance. So hope to see you after 1 hour. After 1 hour from now. So after 1 hour, we will be talking about report visualization techniques. For conditional formatting, we will be talking about pivot tables and pivot charts. We will be talking about VLOOKUPs. We will be talking about filtering and selecting and other things related to data management. So hope to see you there, and thank you for your presence. If you have other friends who want to join, please pass them the link. We are here to teach. You can be one or two, but we are here to serve. Thank you.